It's the 19th of August 2024 and we've just arrived at Framlingham Castle in Suffolk.
I'll let you do the photos today.
Yeah. More you can actually do.
Yeah. You were saying Ed Sheeran was playing football up here the other day.
Oh, was he?
Yeah. Yeah. That's a good picture.
Yeah. Yeah, it's nice, isn't it?
Oh.
Yeah. Probably won't show up very much in here. Oh, you can see it over there, yeah.
Are you going to wait down in the cafe? Oh, right outside. Yeah, you can see it.
That's the wall walk.
Shall I drop them back in yours through the letterbox?
Can do. Just well warm. Think of all them knights and soldiers coming up here.
Yeah. And we'll take their shoes off, wouldn't they?
Oh, that sounds good.
We have our pigeon mania fight as
Oh,
well.
wow, yeah.
This time of year, because they try and. Oh.
Diane can't get up here to do the wall walk, so I've got to make sure I've got plenty of video from up here. Protecting the castle. What you look out on today is the innermost part of the castle's defences, built at the end of the 12th century. The steep-sided ditch outside, even though not filled with water, provided or prevented attackers getting close. The stone wall, 2.5 metres thick, 13 metres high, was protected by 13 strong towers. The towers jutted out, allowing archers to fire along the face of the wall and across the ditch. The wall was pierced at only 2 points. The main gatehouse across to your right was protected by a drawbridge. Behind you there was a smaller gate and tower which could be defended from above. By the time of the Civil War in the 1640s, the castle was no longer considered a threat, so the walls were never destroyed. With a decent garrison, the castle could be defended, still be defended today. That's the workhouse that was added in the 17th century. As you can see, plenty of children's activities. Oh, bowls going on down there, look. make sure I get plenty of video because Diane just couldn't negotiate the stairs to get up here. A bit more of the bulls jogging along there, look. This is Tower 1, or what's left of Tower 1, obviously. And that's Jenny. A flourishing town. Framlingham was already a flourishing town by the time the castle was built. Framlingham was a Saxon name, the village of followers of Framala. In the 1950s, workers found a cemetery with men, women and children buried together across the path below. This must predate the stone castle and it may be Saxon. Once the Normans arrived, the town expanded. By the time of the Domesday Book in 1086, Framlingham was already a significant place under the control of the Bigot family. No houses from this period remain, but we know that the town was flourishing. You can see the tower on the parish church over to the right, originally built in the 12th century. It was for the townspeople, although the Earls and Dukes of Norfolk also used it to stamp their authority on the town. You can still see the elaborate tombs inside today. Just imagine this was another tower. The battle for power in East Anglia. The kings of England were threatened by the power and wealth of the Earls and Dukes of Norfolk. From here, the coast is only 12 miles away. It's less than 2 days or so to the continent. The network of rivers and excellent ports meant that East Anglia became rich through trade. The Earls and Dukes of Norfolk were one of the most powerful families in the country. Roger Bigot, or Bigod, I don't know how you're meant to pronounce that, who built the castle you see today, was one of the barons who forced King John to sign Magna Carta in 1215. This was an attempt to curb the king's interference in the barons' affairs. Between the 12th and 16th centuries, the castle was repeatedly confiscated by the kings and then returned when he needed the nobles' support. Sensible man. And on we go. Tower 4, this one. I'll just have to get into these places. It's the rules. And this is Tower 5, incidentally. So I imagine that's Tower 6 just coming up. Oh, they're making sure idiots like me don't clambering up there. Tower 6. This is all about the fashionable Tudor designs that enhanced the castle. Well, Diane, I think you'll be able to see as much of this castle from up on the wall as we have from most angles. To be fair, if Diane had let me help her up the stairs, she probably would have been able to manage coming round here. But there you are. Privacy and privilege in the park. The great park north of the castle provided food for the Lord's table. Venison alongside pheasants and partridges, etc, etc. I imagine they all ate very well here. I'm not so sure as the people in the rest of the district probably did. But there you go. Things don't change. And here we are at Tower 9, or what's left of it. Oh, look at that. It's lovely, isn't it?
If I can only take a picture of you, because there's no pictures of you.
Sorry?
I've got you in there.
All right. Looks like I finally caught up Jenny and Tilly. I think your mum could have walked round here. She'd let me help her up those few stairs.
Even I feel it a bit.
Oh, did you? All right.
Oh, it's the lemming effect.
The mere was a mirror for the castle. The mere, a natural lake fed by the River Orr, gave the castle a beautiful setting. It also had a symbolic meaning for the medieval visitor. In the Middle Ages, the mere was 5 times as big as it is now. From this viewpoint, it looks like shimmering glass. From the other side, the water acts as a huge mirror, reflecting the imposing walls of the castle. For a medieval visitor taking the road snaking up the hill, it would have been an awesome sight. Water, fish, birds symbolise power, purity and a religious devotion. By setting the castle in this watery landscape, the Earls and Dukes of Norfolk may have claimed these attributes for themselves. I'm sure they did. That must have been huge back in the day then. I'll take that back, saying that Diane could have managed it, because Jenny said she's found it a bit of a struggle up here herself. Well, I suppose I don't need a camera on. Yeah, there is a few sets of these stairs, and I'm pretty sure Diane wouldn't have liked these. So before you get back to the bottom, you've got a little museum here as well. So I'm not going to video much in the museum, obviously, but the Bucket and Chucket, also known as the outside privy, well, just had to be videoed, didn't it? Do they? Yeah, you too. Thought I'd just walk round
Wait, right there? Okay.
the inside at the bottom of the walls, just to give some idea of the height of them and the thickness. They would have certainly taken a pounding if there was a siege here, that's for sure. It would have taken a lot to knock these down. Obviously, these were the Tower 8. Tower 7. The site of the first hall was here. Incredibly thick walls. Yeah. If you were an invading force, it must have been quite a daunting thought to have to attack this, to be able to scale them walls, hopefully get over them without being slaughtered. Great days. Oops, don't think I'm allowed in there. So I'm basically walking back in the opposite direction below now to what I was when I was above. And that's the 4th tower. I mean, you can, from here, 1, 2, 3, 4 paces to get there. I was just talking to a chap who was reading a little bit about this castle yesterday, and apparently on one of the occasions when it was under attack, the lord that owned it had decided that he'd spent so much money building the castle to make it very hard to be attacked, he didn't want it damaged, so he gave up. In a nutshell.